Big Z Reviews. Terminator Dark Fate is, I think, the 6th film in the Terminator franchise. And I think maybe the second or third one, like the last couple ones, have all like, okay, forget every other sequel. Just only ones that exist are Terminator 1, Terminator 2. Okay. And it's not a good film. I mean, it has, like, I enjoyed my time with it. It had some fun, mindless action. But as a Terminator film, it still ends at 2. The series, for me, still ends at 2.
I am human. Just enhanced. Why do you care what happens to her?
Because I was her.
I can see you're very upset. I'm going to help you protect the girl.
So I may talk about some spoilers at the end, because there's stuff it does, even at the very beginning of the film, which if you're a fan of Terminator, you're not going to like. And it's a bold choice, but it's an easy way to get fans immediately say, oh, go fuck yourself. You know, and I'll talk about that later. But as for the movie itself, you know, this is directed by Tim Miller. And, you know, it seems the first one since Terminator 2 was Linda Hamilton. And also has another appearance by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And, you know, the two main new characters are Mackenzie Davis and Natalia Reyes. And Natalia Reyes is Dani Ramos. And she is, like, the new person that... person from the future, Mackenzie Davis as Grace, has to save. And this time she's not a Terminator coming back. She's an augmented human. And she has to, you know, save her because she's going to lead the human resistance in the future. And there's, I mean, it's so, like, it's so fun. They do stuff that they feel like they want to be different from the other Terminator films. But at the same time, the whole setup is exactly the same. And, you know, it's just, you know, you have a chosen one that you need to save, or the world is doomed. And you have machines from the future sending back a version of themselves. This time, Gabriel Luna, as, like, a modified version of the one, like, from Terminator 2. But it's that he can do the stuff where you meld in different things, but he can also, like, split into two, and he has, like, a core, and then he has, like, a different version. Then he can do different things. That's the way they try to be different. And, you know, it's just, throughout, there's, like, towards some of the action at first, I liked. You know, there's some decent action. But I think a couple times, and like, whenever they have, especially, usually with Gabriel Luna, when he does stuff that has to be completely CGI. And he does, like, crazy stuff. And it's just, like, it doesn't look right. You know, and the action, too, is so bombastic. It's so, like, over the top. It just, when I watch it, it just reads not real. It's like, oh, that's completely fake. That's not how physics works. You know? But it's still kind of fun. That's my problem with this film, is it feels like a Transformers movie. Like, not Bumblebee, but, you know, the old Transformers movies. And maybe the later versions of, I mean, the last, like, the Fast and Furious films. You know, that it's just, the action is fun, but it's mindless. Like, it's kind of, you can enjoy it if you turn your brain off, but if you start to think about things, you notice all the things that are impossible or don't work in it. Like, just as an example, probably the stupidest action scene is there's, like, a plane fight, you know? And the funny thing is that the Rev 9, you know, Gabriel Luna, he is, like, they're getting on a jet or something, or a military plane, and he's, you know, hanging off, and they knock him off, and he lands in this person's yard, and he's like, oh, hi, and he, like, walks out the yard. So at this point, they are in the jet, in the sky, flying, and this new Terminator is on the ground, walking. So he has to run or steal a car and get to the airfield, steal another jet, this like a refueling plane or something, and he has to catch up to them and he has to, crash the jet into them. And it's like, how would that work? And like, it's not like he's in a better jet. He's in a slower jet. He's in like a refueling plane. So how would he catch up to them? I mean, you would have to take. I mean, he can't teleport to get to the airfield. You'd have to take like half an hour. I mean, I don't know. Like how would he catch up to them? It just doesn't work. They don't think about it. They just want to have that big set piece, the big action set piece. And Mackenzie Davis as the new kind of protector, Grace. I like her. She was in Blade Runner 2049, and then she has a presence on the screen. I really like her. But the only thing they do kind of stupid things with her. When every time she fights, she loses her energy. Oh, I need my pills. I need my shot. So there's like they always have to give her a shot, and they have to find a way to save her because her metabolism is so amped up that she needs it. But then there's also weird stuff with she has a power source later on, which if she has a power source, I'm not going to get into that. It's just shenanigans. But I liked her. I liked the actress. I mean, but I really did not like Natalia Reyes as the new John Connor or the new Sarah Connor or whatever it is, because she's just like an empty vessel. Like, she's nothing. Like, I really didn't like her. I mean, she's fine. There's nothing wrong with her, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, she doesn't have a presence on screen. Like, she looks just kind of like an average woman. Like, there's nothing special about her. And she doesn't act like a leader at all. Or she doesn't like act, I couldn't ever believe her. She's just fine, I don't see how this is a new woman you're going to have. We want to, lead a new trilogy they're planning on doing, which they definitely aren't now because the film bombed. But I don't know. I just didn't really like her. And then also too is like she had the whole thing, in the beginning that like her dad and her brother are killed by the Terminator, and it's like they forget about it. It's like, oh, okay, like there's a lot of stuff happened now. And then also stuff like you don't know who she is. Like, she's working at a factory in Mexico, like a car factory, and like she's apparently good at it, but she gets her brother gets fired because he's replaced by a machine. But like she goes to the the boss and is like, here, give him my job. He can do it. Like, your brother isn't you, and it's like, but you don't know if she never shows that she's really smart and she's not a good shot. She can't drive. She doesn't know how to drive. And at one point, it's so funny. It's like they have the teaching her how to shoot montage or whatever, and she's like, bam, 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 like, oh, I can't shoot anything. And Linda Hamilton's like, gives her an even bigger gun. It's like, now imagine those bottles just killed your brother. And he's like, yeah, bam, 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 yeah. And it's just stupid. The writing for this film, and it's writing, it was a writer's room. There are like 5 writers on that, most of them hacks. And it's just bad. And how they, Worman bringing Arnold Schwarzenegger in again, it doesn't make sense. Like, they explain it, and like some of the ideas kind of cool, but when you think about it, you're like, wait, that doesn't actually work. And they do stuff that they kind of retcon things from the previous films, and it doesn't really make sense, and it's just, and the little spoiler, but not really, this about his character. Like, he's in the trailers, but he's living as a drapery expert, and he's like, it's like, I was one, like, Schwarzenegger came to him like, I want to talk about draperies. Like, oh, no solid colors for little girls. You need some stuff on them. Oh, yes, I am master of draperies. And then it's like, he's living with this woman, with his family, and like, he's like how did they know you weigh 400 pounds? And it's like, our relationship was not physical. I definitely did not ram her repeatedly with my robot penis. Oh, no sex, no robot sex. Very clear, no robot sex. Completely platonic relationship, yes? I definitely had sex with her. It's so odd. And it's kind of funny, but it just doesn't really work. It's weird. You know, just as a whole, as a mindless action film, it has some moments that I enjoyed. Like, that's the weird thing. I mean, I did enjoy bits of it, but like whenever it's just also so stupid. And I think the biggest thing is that it kind of insulted the Terminator fans, which makes it so that I will never watch it again. It makes it so that, again, Terminator series ends at T2. I also think, too, that there's so much gigantic action and so many set pieces, and none of them are memorable. I'm going to forget them in, like, a week. Like, I'm already forgetting them, and it's like, I mean, it's been a little bit since I last saw Terminator 2, but there's so many moments of that that's still so stuck in my mind that, you know, there's so many moments, like, there's so many different set pieces in the action, and I just will never, like, leave my mind when I think about it. Like, and there's nothing there's nothing memorable in this film. I would not really recommend it, you know. I would say if you're a Terminator fan, you should see it. But even then, the way it kind of insults you, you may not want to see it. But I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. But now, as for spoilers, and this is a big spoiler, but it's also the very beginning of the movie. The intro of this film, they're like, you have Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor, and, you know, the original, like, de-aged version of the son of John Carter, and, you know, she's de-aged too. The de-aging looks really good. It looks amazing. I mean, it looks real. But you have Arnold Schwarzenegger, T-800 come in and shotgun John to the chest. And it's like, well, the second I saw that, I was like, huh, bold choice, but now I hate you. And this movie doesn't exist in the canon. So, congrats on that. You know, congrats on immediately by having you not exist in my mind because of what you did. You know, you played yourself, you idiot. You know, really, go fuck yourself, honestly, because, you know, there's so many things they could have done if, you know, they wanted to bring in Linda Hamilton and have put her on all the trailers and have people come see her because of that, but there's so many different ways you could have done it. You could have had the actor, the John Connor, back. You could have worked with this new blank canvas, Natalia Reyes. You know, you could have done anything with it. Could have been in hiding. He could have been like, he put himself in hiding, thinking that they were going to come, but then now they get a change. It's not going to come. I don't like I hate what they did with that. And it's insulting. And you see with the director, Tim Miller, talked about it. It's the way he talks about it. It's odd. It really makes him kind of not like him. The way he talked about it. Like, he wanted I'm going to do something different. So I killed him, and I never had second guessed it. But then, like, you think that, you say you want to be doing something different, but then you're still doing the same chosen one story arc from all the other movies. You just now replaced him with someone else. So it's just like, so now, I mean, is she really that important? If you can just kill John Carter and not have anything happen, so you can just kill her and someone else will take the lead. You know, it kind of ruins the movie for me. You know, it's right from the beginning. Like, if he had it later, but right from the beginning, it puts a sour taste in your mouth. And it colors everything that comes after. And it's a really odd choice. I really did not like that. But that's the only spoiler that's really worth talking about. But thanks for watching. You should have the replace in my head and subscribe to Nizzy over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z movie review. Thanks for watching.